Kathy was a delight to be with at all times and really had a positive attitude about life.
Kathy was a mom, first and foremost. She had 3 little girls when she died. They were 4, 7, and 9. She tried everything, chemotherapy, radiation. My oldest sister, Susan, was a direct bone marrow transplant, so tried that route, but none of it worked. She felt so fortunate to have so many people around her all the time, and family, friends, and she, like I said, she just felt for people who didn't have that kind of support system because they really couldn't afford to stay in town in a hotel or anything like that. Well, she saw this kid and he was all alone and dying, and so she thought it would be really cool to have a place where people could go so that they could have their loved ones nearby.
She was a person that cared truly about others, even during her own health challenges. That when she was in the hospital, she wanted to know why other people in the hospital didn't have the number of visitors that she had.
And that positive thought, that germinated idea, led to what we have today.
I don't even think she would have ever imagined what her little thoughts would have turned into, Her little idea of having something for these folks to help them. I don't think she could have imagined what a great thing it's become.
Steve had a diagnosis of lymphoma in December of 2015, and we had to meet with Dr. Fensky at Froedtert at the Cancer Center. Mm-hmm. And we knew that he'd have to be hospitalized for at least a month, and we had to make some plans.
We can have a family stay with us anywhere from one night up to several months. In some cases, we've even had patients and their families stay for over a year.
There's nothing else that our patients can access in terms of a really home-like environment that understands the needs of patients undergoing care, allows a place for their family member to stay, if not stay there themselves. The only options really are hotel, motel, trying to rent something. But when you do that, you encounter significantly more cost, A, and B, you don't have sort of that built-in supportive environment that a patient and their family can receive when they stay at Kathy's house.
The minute they walk through the doors at Kathy's house, the only thing they have to worry about is taking care of themselves and whatever their health issues are at the time.
We didn't have to worry about that. That was taken care of. And without that, that would have been something else that, okay, now we got to deal with that too. So this way I could just focus on just what my job was, and my job was just to battle the cancer and focus on that.
There's no substitute for someone who you know and love, and they know and love you, and their whole purpose in life is to be there to support you. And that actually translates to improved outcomes.
Everyone there, the whole staff, anyone that worked there, everyone was very nice. And it seemed like they had empathy for your situation. Mm-hmm. And that, again, that makes you feel pretty good when you got people on your side. When you're battling something like that, you want to have you can have an army on your side. You take it. And Kathy's house really, I could say everybody there, they were all very good to me, and I really appreciate that. It seemed, and you could tell they're pulling for you. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that. It's important to me.
We feel like we really helped them at a time in their lives when they needed the most.
I know what it did for me. Kathy's house played a vital role in helping me and in helping anybody else through a very difficult time.
40% of our guests who are patients said they would not have been able to access the care that they needed without a facility such as Kathy's house. So every month, right now, we're about 4 rooms short of being able to accommodate the number of families that are currently calling Kathy's house looking for a place to stay. There was one week recently when we turned away 25 families. to not be able to say, yes, come, come be with us. That's really hard.
So the home and the living and the eating and the support is sort of over here, and Kathy's house provides that. And then the high-end medical care and all of that is over here, and Frederick and the Medical College provide that. And it's this hand-in-glove, very close working relationship, which is really why Frederick decided that it was just too important. We needed to provide this gift and make sure that Kathy's house continued well into the future.
We have this incredible investment from Frederick, the wonderful vision, the wonderful plan for the house. We're going to expand patient services within the house to even have a greater impact on their outcomes. But we just need, the investment, the remaining investment from the community to make it a reality.
So that in a couple of years, people from across the country are going to be looking at Kathy's house for what truly centered guest houses are supposed to look like.
The vision is really to be the national model in hospital guest housing, not only in the built physical structure, but in the program and services that we provide to our guests.
The ideas that people associate with house and comfort need to be there, but then we're taking that to another level because it's for somebody that's dealing with an illness, so we've got to bring those things into mind too. So dealing with accessibility, making sure that the corridors are equipped for folks that might need to grab onto a handrail. The building has an elevator. The building has spaces for blood draws. So we're bringing that added responsibility into this building, but at its heart, it is a house.
We thought, well, if we're going to build something, then let's make it the best hospital guest house that we can.
We have the opportunity here in Milwaukee to build a world-class guest house next to a world-class healthcare organization. It doesn't get any better than that.
The best use of life is to invest in something that will outlast life. And I'm going to encourage everybody to make a commitment to building the future for Kathy's house.
Our board of directors at Kathy's house has the vision of being the national model. Frederick and the Medical College has invested $6 million in a new Kathy's house. And now we're at a point where we just need the investment of the community to cross the finish line and make the new house a reality. I can't wait for it to open so we don't have to turn people